Welcome back, Junior Black Belts, teens and adults. It's wonderful to see you again. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've caught up the last few weeks of our video lessons. Today we're going to move on to some things that are, one, technical and two, important for self-defense. So two different pieces today, but we'll warm up and stretch out first. So look forward to having you in our live classes. We have a few of them coming up this week, so I'll send you the links to those. Thank you very much for joining us. For a warm-up today, we need to get ready to do inward crescent kicks. So we need to do some stretching for our hamstrings. So let's get warmed up a little bit and then we'll do that. Okay, so let's begin with 12 jumping jacks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, now we're going to make big circles with our knees from one shoulder to the other in the front like this. Big circles, kind of the same movement as crescent kicking, outward crescent kicking, but just with our knee bent. Good, okay. Now we're going to step across and do a squat. So step and squat. Good. Now come over this way, step and squat. Good. Got the quadriceps warmed up. That's right. Good. Just two more. And this one we're going to hold all the way down. So go down as safely as you can and as far as you can, and then just press your knees to the outside. Good. Just hold this position for a minute. Okay, come on. All right. So let's do front stretch now. Front stretch. So swing your leg up, time a bit higher each time. Hands up, elbows in. Good. Other side. It's really easy while we're warming up. Don't put too much pressure on your bicep femoris groove. It's the hamstrings. Good. Okay. So you all know how to do stretch number 11. I'll give you one other way you can do stretch number 11. There are 10 ways, but I'll give you one other way today. So be really, really careful with your neck. Make sure you're keeping your weight on your shoulders while we're doing this. So press yourself up. Put your elbows on the floor and your hands on your hips. And then keep your legs all the way straight and let one leg fall back behind you. Keep it as straight as you can. Press it out straight. Now if that's too easy for you and you're easily reaching the floor, and not 100 years old like me, then you can move this other foot further away and see how far you can get. So legs straight. Straight, straight, straight. Press through your heel. Okay, and then come back together, and other leg. Legs straight. Press out through your heel. Good job. Okay. All right, so this one we're just using as a warm-up, even though it looks like outward crescent kick. We're going to do it as a big stretch, okay? So straight leg stretch. Try to go a tiny bit higher each time. Aim for your opposite shoulder, and then just let it drop to the other shoulder while you're controlling that. Sorry, keep walking forward. So you can do it on one spot and just face me here. Good, okay. So another way you can do stretch number 1 is to put your foot up, or stretch number 11, to put your foot up on something. Now, if you have a partner to help you, and then just lean forward on it. So try that. So put your foot up on something, however high you can get that, and lean forward. Good. Okay. And if you don't have something close to you to put on, you can do the way I'm doing. Just make sure you've got something to balance on. And pull your leg out all the way straight like this. Keep your supporting knee bent always. There you go. All right, pull it back in. Good job. Okay, hope you're ready to do crescent kicks. We'll do a couple upper body warm-ups really quick, and then we'll come back and do it, okay? So let's do 5 burpees together. Ready? See if I have enough space here. And go. All right, good job. One more. Stretch number 12. Just put your feet as wide apart as you can, and then we'll be ready to kick. Keep walking it out. Push your hips back through it. And then forward. And back through. Good job. Okay, let's get ready to kick. Oops, just noticed I didn't know how to count up to 5 burpees, so let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one for the one I just before. There we go, got it. The first part of our lesson today is something that some of you may have done a million times and some of you have never done at all. With quite a wide range of belts and quite a wide range of experience in our group today. So we're going to do inward crescent, spin outward crescent. So don't try it yet. Just let me take you through it step by step so we can all do it safely and carefully. Okay, so this is going to be inward, turn, outward crescent. Okay, so one more time on the side. Inward, spin, outward crescent. All right, so 2 kicks that you know really well, but let's practice them each individually and then together. So first of all, inward crescent kick, and just let your base foot turn. That's going to help us when we start doing the spin. So inward crescent kick, let your base foot turn. Okay? Keep eye contact, but let that base foot move as much as it needs to. You want all the torque of this technique to be going through the ball of your foot, not through your ankle, not through your knee, not even through your hip. So you want this to be rotating smoothly while you're kicking. So rotate smoothly while you kick. So inward crescent, I think we all know that. All right, next is outward crescent. So again, this is the pinky side going to the outside edge of your body. So if this is new for you, just cross your foot over, bring your weight down and balance, bent knees, and fly the kick sideways. Okay? So cross, and do like this. All right, if you're familiar with this kick, then just bring it like this, up to your opposite shoulder, straight leg, and drop it across. All right, so straight leg, drop it across. Okay, so practice this a few times. Changing legs each time. Yeah. Okay, so that's outward crescent. So when we do them in combination, they're going to be going the same direction. But right now we're going to practice them each together without doing any turning, other than whatever you need to on the base of your foot. Okay, so inward, out. There we go. So you may notice when you do this, the base foot turns one way, and then it turns the other way. That's perfectly okay. Again, you want this to be safe, so let the torque go through the floor. Right. Inward, out. There we go. Inward, out. All right, just do it gently, slowly, easily while we're still warming up and getting the idea of doing it safely. So inward, out. One more. Inward, out. Okay, let's start turning. So what we're going to do is just turn 270 degrees from the way you're facing right now. So 3 walls. 1, 2, 3. All right, so inward crescent kick. Let yourself turn in the direction of the kick. Let the kick pull you around 270 degrees. Left side of your body. Inward crescent kick. Let it smoothly pull you 270 degrees. Now we want to be looking 360, but right now I just want you to get settled down at 270. So one more time. We're going to, as soon as we're done kicking, we're going to look in the direction that we want to stop. So inward crescent, turn, settle your weight down here. All right, so let's put those two kicks together. Remember, inward first, then outward. Both kicks are traveling in the same direction because they are opposite feet, so they follow one another. So inward crescent, turn, 270, then outward crescent kick over your shoulder, and then you should have your outward crescent kick all the way behind you if that's where you want it to be. You need to put it wherever you want to by having balance. Okay, so here we go. Inward, 270, look where you want to kick next, and outward crescent kick. You have to look because your partner may have moved, so be really careful. Okay, make sure you've got enough space to do this safely in front of you, behind you, as well as beside you. So inward crescent, 270, outward crescent kick. Other side, inward, turn, outward. Okay, settle down in between the kicks while you're learning them. Eventually you'll be able to smooth them out. Okay, watch where your hands are, try to pay attention. They're liable to fly all over the place while you're learning this, but just get comfortable and come on the outside of your elbow, outside of your shoulder, inward, out. Okay, so one more time. Inward, out. Okay, so you're probably going to need to practice that a lot. We'll teach you how to turn into sparring combinations, teach you how to do it in one steps, but it's a really cool combination. Eventually, we'll be jumping on one or the other, or inward crescent kick first, jump spin outward second, things like that. So we'll be able to turn these into really cool combinations, and including sparring combinations, once we've learned these basics. So inward, spin, outward. Okay? Great. So the next thing we're going to be working on today is how to get up from the ground when you are down there, whether somebody put you down there or whether you chose to go down there. How do we get up and away safely from an opponent whom we're not sure is still coming after us, is down, is away, we're not sure. We want to make sure that we keep something towards him to keep ourselves safe. So I'll demonstrate. You have to imagine that the opponent is over here. He's trying to grab me. I'm aiming at my head, punching, grabbing me. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm in a strong defensive position and on the ground, hands up, or at least one hand up, and stomping. And this stomp can be anywhere about 180 degrees, depending on what I've done here. I could hook the bottom foot, stomp with the other one. I could wrap the bottom foot, stomp with. But generally, you're controlling with the bottom foot and stomping with the top foot. Okay? So now we smashed at his knee. He fell away from us. We want to make sure that we can get up safely. Now, there are 100 ways to get up here. We can just swing our legs behind us. The problem that I have with this is that you're putting your head closer to the attack. So, and now you're going to have to attack with your hands or attack at the person. So my preference would be here if I have the choice. And again, if I'm absolutely sure that it's just him and me, and that's very, very hard to determine if somebody else is going to jump in, if there's in fact somebody else going to get involved or watching you. So well, let's imagine that I hooked him, smashed at his knee, or smashed at his face, and I saw him fall away from me, and now I think that I have time to get up safely. What I'm going to first of all do is rotate to one hip and put both hands down, and then so I can stomp again if he comes up at me. He'll be leery of this now, but I have lots of targets. Next is, you'll have to put this foot down just for a second, enough to get up on your knee, and keep that leg towards the person so you can still stomp at him. Once you see that he's really giving you a few yards of space, you can put one leg underneath you, look where you're going. You don't want to have done all this great work protecting yourself and run into a lamppost or fall over a park bench. So look where you're going first, and then hands up, and then get going, okay? So let's see if we can get each one of those pieces. So, however you ended up on the ground, it's fine. Make sure you're covered, protecting yourself. Stomp the person away from you. I saw an amazing knockout in a full contact fight with somebody got very excited, knocked the person down, rushed over, and got knocked out himself with a kick to the chin, and he was out before he ever hit the floor. So this can be a really, really powerful kick, a stomping kick. Use it like a piston. So it could be on the side like this, but make sure that as you're transferring weight, you're keeping eye contact and a weapon available to strike at him. Right? So even when you're halfway up, you could still be striking at him, and make sure you look where you're going before you leave. So try those individual steps, and I think this is the safest way to get up away from somebody that you need to keep your eye on as you depart. What do you get when you dress your snowman up to look like a vampire? Frostbite.